It didn't start with bruises. It started with silence. You talk too much. Why are you wearing that? At first, she thought he was just tired. Or stressed. Or not in the mood. But soon, the silence turned into shouts. And the shouts turned into slaps. One. Just one. That first hit changes something in a woman. Her name is Kate. A woman with a fire in her chest and dreams too bright for one lifetime. But that fire, he tried to put it out. He was charming to the world. The man everyone praised. A good husband. A provider. Behind closed doors, he was a storm. That first time he hit her, he cried afterward. Promised it would never happen again. She stayed, because she wanted to believe the man she fell in love with was still in there. But what she didn't know was that that first hit wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. And by the time she realized it, she was already drowning. Kate learned early how to smile through pain, a skill every woman in survival mode knows too well. In public, she was graceful, polished, put together, but behind closed doors, she was walking on glass. He controlled everything, her phone, her friends, even the tone of her voice. Why are you laughing like that? Don't talk to him. I'm your husband. You don't need anyone else. The isolation came in layers. Her best friend stopped calling. Her sister said, he seems like a good man. No one saw it, because she never let them. She covered the bruises with makeup, posted smiling selfies, made excuses for why she didn't show up. Oh, I was just tired. We're spending more time together. But the truth was, she was disappearing. And the saddest part, she almost started to believe it was her fault. Until one day, he crossed a line he could never come back from. And that was the day Kate stopped surviving and started planning her escape. Kate sat on the bathroom floor, a cracked phone in one hand, a shaking heart in the other. Her lip was split, her eye swollen. This wasn't love, this was war, and she was done losing. That night, while he snored in the next room, Kate opened a secret email account. She reconnected with her cousin, the only one who had ever believed her silence had meaning. She sent one sentence: if I don't reply in 3 days, call the police. Then, she hid the phone in the tank of the toilet. The next morning, she played the role again, made breakfast, washed dishes, said nothing. But every step, every quiet moment, was part of her escape. She started hiding cash. 500 here. 1,000 there, inside sanitary pad packs, under the lining of her old wig. She studied the locks at night, watched how he turned the keys. And when he slapped her again for talking back, she didn't cry, she smiled, because she knew something he didn't. Her freedom had already begun. The rain was heavy that night. Kate stepped barefoot into the cold night, one bag in hand, her bruises hidden under a hoodie. She walked fast, faster, until her feet ached, until her heart nearly burst. But she didn't stop. When she reached the main road, she didn't know where she was going. But she knew where she wasn't going, back. Her cousin's place was 2 hours away. But when she knocked, it felt like crossing into a new life. Her cousin, Jane, screamed and hugged her tight. You're safe now. You hear me? And for the first time in years, Kate cried, not from pain, but from relief. She stayed in that tiny room for weeks, healing, sleeping, rebuilding. Jane bought her a notebook and a pen. Write down who you want to become, she said. And Kate did, page by page. She wrote, I want to help women like me. I want to look in the mirror and love the woman I see. I want to be unbeatable. Kate created a fake Instagram account. No face, no name, just her words. Her first post was simple: he used to beat me and call it love. But I left. And I'm healing. 10 likes, then 50, then hundreds. Women from all over started commenting, this is my story too. You're so brave. Please don't stop writing. Kate felt something she hadn't felt in years, purpose. Every night, she wrote about her pain, and every morning, she woke up stronger, until one day, her ex saw the account. He messaged her, I know what you're doing. Stop it. Or I'll ruin you. Kate stared at the message, her hands trembled, but instead of deleting the account, she posted his message. She added, you beat me. You left me for dead. Now you want to silence me? Never again. The post went viral, over 1.2 million views. News blogs picked it up, a women's foundation reached out, and that night, she finally signed her name on the account. Kate Robin, no more hiding. Kate didn't sleep that night. Her phone wouldn't stop buzzing, emails, messages, brands, TV interviews. And then, one message from a woman named Mrs. Grace. I run a women's empowerment agency. I saw your story. You have a voice the world needs. Let's work together. Kate stared at the message for minutes. Her heart raced, not from fear this time, but from possibility. She accepted, and within weeks, she was speaking at conferences, sharing her truth in rooms full of women who once felt invisible. She said, if your home feels like a war zone, you're allowed to leave. Love does not hurt. The crowd stood, clapped, cried, but behind the applause, her ex was still watching. He filed a false defamation lawsuit, claiming she was ruining his name and reputation. Kate panicked. She was just starting to rise, and now he wanted to drag her back down. But then, something incredible happened. Over 10,000 women donated to her legal fees. A team of pro bono lawyers volunteered to fight for her. She wasn't alone anymore. She had a tribe. The courtroom was packed, news cameras, supporters, her ex, seated arrogantly with his legal team. Kate walked in slowly, not just as a victim, not as a broken woman, but as Kate, the survivor, the speaker, the voice of thousands. She didn't flinch when his lawyer questioned her. She didn't cry when they tried to silence her, because she had already lived through worse. And this courtroom? This was nothing compared to the nights she slept with fear. Her lawyer stood, confident. Prepared, they laid out evidence, police reports, medical records, old texts and voicemails of threats. Her ex grew nervous. His lies began to crack. The judge looked over his glasses and said, Sir, not only is this case dismissed, you're lucky she hasn't sued you. The courtroom erupted in relief. Kate walked out, straight into a hug from her daughter, her friends, and the woman who had once messaged her, let's work together. That day, Kate wasn't just free, she was unbeatable. She didn't sleep the night after the trial, not because of fear, but because, for the first time in years, she was finally free. The silence that once felt like a cage, now felt like peace. She took down every photo of him in her house. She boxed up the past, every letter, every memory, every apology that meant nothing. And in that silence, she listened to something she hadn't heard in years, her own voice. Kate started writing. Journaling, blogging, telling her story anonymously. Online, and one post went viral, then another, not because she was famous, but because her story was theirs too. The quiet women, the ones healing in secret, the ones who needed someone to say, you're not crazy. I went through it too. And that's when something shifted. Kate wasn't just healing, she was helping others heal too. There were hundreds in the audience, but she only looked for one seat, the front row. Kate took the mic, not as a victim, not even as a survivor, but as a woman who had turned pain into purpose. They told me I was too emotional, too loud, too soft, too much, but guess what? That too much saved my life. The room was silent, then someone stood up and clapped, then another, and another. It wasn't just applause, it was recognition. Kate became a speaker, an advocate. She opened a foundation for women leaving abusive homes. She didn't just rebuild, she rebirthed. And now, every time a woman hears her story and whispers me too, Kate smiles. Because now, she is the voice she once needed. She is the light she once prayed for. She is not broken, she is unbeatable. She looked in the mirror, not to fix her makeup, not to hide the scars, but to remind herself, I made it. Not just out of the house, not just out of the courtroom, but out of the lie that told her she was weak. Every time she stayed silent, she was protecting peace. But now, her voice is peace, her story is power. She's not who she was when it started, she's not even who she was when it ended. She's become the woman she prayed to be, and so can you. This story, Kate's story, isn't just hers, it's yours too, if you're still in it, still breaking, still rebuilding. Please know you are not broken, you are becoming, not starting from scratch, starting from survival, from wisdom, from fire. You are not what they did to you, you are what you chose after, and one day soon, you won't just survive, you'll inspire, and like Kate, you'll be unbeatable.